Oh, hi there. Thanks for showing up for your learning, Kate. Here's your video. So if I want to find here this x, and I know this side length is 10, this angle is 40 degrees, my first step is to think SOH. TOA. Because I know I have a right angle. So one of these is all I need to solve this problem. So I'm looking at this and I see I know the opposite. It's opposite that angle. I want to find the hypotenuse. So we set it up this way. Sine is opposite over hypotenuse. So put that as 10 over the hypotenuse. Great. Now we go ahead, we get out our inverse operations pen. We multiply both sides by h. Cool. So then we get our unknown onto the top line. That's much better. H sine 40 is just equal to 10. But I didn't want to know what h times sine 40 is. I want to know what h is. Oh, h, x. X would be better here. So, yeah, because the hypotenuse is x. So instead of writing h, I'm going to write x. Instead of writing h, I'm going to write x. Instead of writing h, I'm going to write x. And instead of writing h, I'm going to write x. Oh my goodness, what a mess. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to divide both sides by sine 40. That's going to, sine 40, thank you. That's what's going to solve for x. So this is what we're going to have as our final line before we go to our calculator. X, this sine 40 cancels that sine 40. This x cancels that x. That's why we did that. So then we have x is alone on that side of the equation. There's x. Let's tidy that up for your eyes. It's probably making someone's eyes bleed. There we go, x. All right. So now we have x solved, and it's equal to 10 divided by sine 40. Because these values of sine are always numbers between 1 and -1, if I divide by one of them, the result should get bigger. So I'm expecting a side length bigger than 10. Now let's guess before we go to the calculator. I'm going to guess 17. Looks like it's a fair bit longer than 10, but not double. Let's see. If I go ahead and punch this on my calculator. Get out of the way, face. Okay. Then I will have 10 divided by 40, but I take the sine of it. So that's sine 40. It's the 0.64. I push equals. I get 15.6. 15.6. So x is equal to 15.6 centimeters. 156 millimeters. Circle it. That's your final answer. Cool. There. Here, we're asked to find angle Z. Okay? So to put on there, you could put a little arrow to say I want to know that angle. And then you can kind of turn your head to the side and see, that's the opposite side. That's the adjacent side. So I know the opposite, I know the adjacent, so I know tangent is what's going to relate those two things. So in this case, I can say tangent of Z, and it's important to say Z and not Z. Remember what side of the board you're on, is equal to 9 over 4, because it's opposite over adjacent. Great. And so then, to solve these types of equations, you go ahead and take the tan inverse of both sides so that you get Z is equal to tan inverse of bracket 9 divided by 4. So that's using the inverse trigonometric function to solve. We can just go ahead and punch that. So 9 divided by 4 equals this. We're going to take the tan inverse of that, 66. So Z equals 66 degrees. Circle it. You're done. Great. So that's how you solve questions 1 on the practice test, everyone. Thank you for showing up for that good old learning.